Hey, this is Lewis from Breakdance. In this video, you'll learn how to create a pop-up which appears after a page is scrolled down. So let's go to Breakdance, Pop-ups, and let's create a pop-up. So to create a pop-up, we'll click Add Pop-up, and I'll just call this Page Scroll Pop-up Demo, and I'll apply the pop-up everywhere. Now let's add a trigger. So go to Pop-up Opens When, click Add Trigger, and choose Page Scroll. And under Scrolls 2, we have two options, Percent and Selector. Percent will let you show the pop-up after you scroll a certain percentage down the page, for example, 10% or 50% or all the way down the page. Let's do 50% for this demo. And then later, I'll come back and show how to use the Selector option. Selector will let you show the pop-up when you scroll to a specific element on the page. Okay, let's click Add Pop-up. And now let's click Edit in Breakdance to edit the pop-up. And normally you could design your pop-up by clicking Add and adding elements to the pop-up, but I already have a design I've copied to my clipboard, so I'm just going to right-click and click Paste, and here's my pop-up. Let's go ahead and save this, and let's go to the front end, and let's go to the home page. This is a page that has a scroll bar. We can scroll down, so let's scroll down and down and down, and once we get to 50%, the pop-up appears. Okay, let's go back to the WordPress admin panel. Let's go to Breakdance, Pop-ups, and let's see how to use the Selector option. So we'll mouse over the pop-up, click Settings, and then under Page Scroll Percent, we'll just change that to Selector. And here we're going to enter in the ID of an element. So I'm just going to enter a hash, use hash for an ID selector. This will also support classes and any other valid CSS selector. But let's enter in the hash and then the ID of an element we want to scroll to. So I'll just call this my element that triggers the pop-up. Okay, let's go ahead and highlight this and copy it, and let's save this. Now let's go to our home page, and let's go to Breakdance and open up the home page. And let's scroll down to an element that we want to trigger the pop-up. So I'll say this section right here. Once you scroll there, the pop-up will show. So for this section, we'll go to Settings, Advanced, and then under ID, we're going to paste in that ID. And notice we don't use the hash for the ID there. We only use it when creating a selector. Okay, let's go ahead and save this page. And now let's exit to the front end and let's scroll down. And once we get to that section, the pop-up will appear. There we go. We scroll to the section, pop-up appears. Okay, that is how to use the page scroll trigger for pop-ups in Breakdance.